Hello everyone, and welcome to Innovation Tech Community. And once again, this is the second, fourth week of Microsoft AA Days. Today, I'm going to demonstrate something on design and deploy the OpenAI schema. I would like to show you how we can utilize this OpenAI schema, how we can trigger the via logic apps and everything. I would like to show you to today's session. And yeah, so meanwhile, yeah, please stay tuned for 1 minute. Okay. And I would like to share my screen as well. Okay. Yeah. So before that, and wishing you a very, very happy Mahashivaratri to everyone. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Now I'm able to share my screen. Um, Hope you're able to see my screen. Let me know once you are able to see my screen. All right. Okay. So today I'm going to demonstrate something on um, the OpenAI schema, how we can utilize this OpenAI schema in the Foundry as well. And meanwhile, I would like to tell something about myself. I'm Pratap Reddy, Chenchapagari, Microsoft AI MVP. So I work as a data and AI consultant at Synapse India, and I'm the community founder as well. So where we host the AI events and in multi technologies as well, so today I'm going to demonstrate something on Microsoft Foundry. So earlier we can call it as AI Studio and Azure AI services as well. Okay. And yeah, so today we are going to demonstrate something on design, deploy, and automate creating agents using OpenAI schema in Foundry. Okay. So what does it means, so in the Azure OpenAI and sorry, like in Microsoft Foundry, so we do have a number of opportunities. This is the single platform where we can design and deploy and automate everything. So we can use the different tools, we can use the Foundry IQ, we can use whatever the tools it may be. Okay. I would like to explain something one by one. Okay. How to design the um, agent schema and OpenAI schema, and how we are going to train that one, and how we are going to deploy that agent as well, and how we are going to automate at the back end as well. Okay, so today I'm going to explore one by one. So with the live demonstration as well. So before that, I would like to tell something about the we gonna also let you know something. I would like to say tell something about the Foundry as well. Okay, now yeah. So before that. So we would like to know something about Microsoft Foundry. So earlier we can call it as Azure AI Foundry and AI Studio as well. So where we can find the family of models like Foundry models, OpenAI models, and Mistral models, Hugging Face models, everything, like where we can find the 10,000 plus models in AI Foundry. And also we do have a Foundry agent services as well, where we can utilize all the necessities, like how we are going to utilize this Azure AI Foundry, and and also like how we are going to use this Azure AI search, like where how we can really use this RAG as a service as well. So most of the agents, most of the LLMs, it is trained with some set of data, whether it is in 2020, the data is up to 2022, 2023, 2024 data, but that particular LLMs don't have the real-time information. Okay, that means, they don't have the real-time information. Okay, and one more thing is that, so we do have, for example, let's say I work as an work at Synapse. Okay, in the Synapse, we don't have for example, let's say we do have some enterprise data. So this enterprise data we don't have see in any LLM. Okay, so on that time, what we need to do is, like, we are going to integrate this data via RAG. So whether we store this, and so the data will be in the different format, structured, unstructured, or semi-structured, whatever it may be. So we are going to ingest into this LLMs, and we are going to train the LLM, and we are going to train that agent as well. So once we are going to do that one, so it is going to like once we train and so everything is perfect, when we are going to see the output as and what we are expected, then definitely we are going to deploy this, right? So that is a rack I would like to explain one by one as well. And Azure AI services as well, so where we can have the OpenAI services and voice, language, vision, or these all are the Azure AI services, and Azure machine learning. So where we can train our LLMs and train our agents as well, and Azure AI content safety. So this is very very important. So where we can enable the responsible AI features as well, and Foundry observability. So where we need to monitor and traces and everything that will be under this observability as well. And it comes to the security identity management. So we do have the control to the serverless. So everything will be managed by the Azure Kubernetes services, Azure App Services, Azure Container Apps, and Azure Functions as well. And when it comes to the cloud edge, like we do have some multiple, recently Microsoft launches the Foundry local as well. It is really amazing. So where we can utilize the all the cloud edge as well, and Azure Arc and Azure as well. And so we can have the access for the directly to the Microsoft Foundry, to the Copilot Studio, Visual Studio, GitHub, and Foundry SDK as well. So this is the I mean something related to the Foundry stack, like how this Microsoft Foundry is really looks like, and how we are going to use it. So I'm recently this Microsoft Foundry is it's it is like, so it is easy easy for every user to um, utilize, and how to demonstrate something, and how we can create the agents. It is easy way to create the agents and deploy into your teams or M365 tenants, whatever the tenants. So if we have the multi tenants also, if it is easy for us to deploy in that. Okay, now I'm going to um, tell something about Azure AI Foundry agent services. Why we are so Pratap is asking, tell something about so we are going to design, deploy, and everything in Azure AI Foundry. Then why we are going to learn something different things, right? So I would like to tell something what is the interlink between this Microsoft Foundry and these models and everything. So that's why I'm going to explain each one by one. Okay. Azure AI Foundry agent services. So now it is generally available. So where we can have the securely customize our agents and orchestrate and deploy AI agents with ease. So we do have the multi agent orchestration. It is not only enabled for the single agent, like you can able to, like for example, if you have the parent agent, so you can also train for the child agents to integrate both of them to function the one main task as well. Okay, and open and interpretable tools as well, so where we can trust everything. And we do have the trust and enterprise readiness as well. And so this is very very important. So so we do have the readiness, AI readiness and data AI readiness, and so we do have like that. So same way, like we do have from the Microsoft perspective, so we do have trust and enterprise readiness, so where we can, how we can utilize the policies and everything, so that we can have everything inside this Azure AI Foundry agent services as well. Okay, now, so before going to that one, so Foundry agent services, what it really means to us. Okay, so here, so there's a statement like, combine the best models, services, and tools and AI Foundry into the reusable, testable, and agentic compounds, right? For example, I would like to tell you something. So we do have the family of models from the OpenAI and Lam, like Meta and Mistral and Hugging Face. So these are all the models available in the model catalog in Foundry. Okay, let us assume. So how we can reusable these products, and we are going to test these products, and how we are going to use this all the models inside this agent. So in the right hand side, so for example, we do have this scheme, a Azure AI Foundry, so where we do have development frameworks and toolkits. Like we do have the development frameworks for agents. So so we are going to develop the agents by using the frameworks, by using Foundry SDK and semantic kernel and autogen as well. And we do have the other platforms like Crew AI and LangChain, LangGraph. So these are the some of the frameworks where we are going to utilize the LLMs or utilize the agents to train and for the business requirement point of view. Okay, and we do have the foundry observability. So why foundry observability? So so because of tracing, logging, monitoring, and evaluating and experimentation. So these are the main reasons why we need to choose the foundry observability for monitoring every agent. Okay, and why we need foundry agent services like managed orchestration, network isolation, managed threats, and OB and foundry model. So it is like why we need like foundry models like hosted and sold by Microsoft and other fine-tuned models from the BYO models. Okay, so it is a single platform like where, so I already told you, right, like we do have the 10,000 plus models are available in the model catalog. So that's why the Microsoft is going to host and sold it by the Microsoft, right? Same way the knowledge and tools. So that's the main, and today we are going to learn something about this open API tools, right? So this open API, so how we are going to, I would like to trigger this from the Microsoft Foundry to logic apps, how I'm going to trigger this one. Okay, I would like to show you that one as well. And we can use the MCP as well, and being Azure Acer, SharePoint, Microsoft Fabric, and Logic Apps and Azure Functions. These are the main pillar for the every agent. Like every agent, for example, let's say we are going to train one particular agent for the one business requirement. We definitely have these features. Without this one, so if you don't have the business requirement, no problem. If you can generally train that model and you can deploy. If you have the business requirement, okay, then definitely you can choose any tools from here and any knowledge from here. If you have the knowledge share, stored in somewhere, like whether it is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured, you can use that to databases as well. So these are all we can call it as like knowledge is like RAG, retrieval augment generation, and tools we can use these tools as well. And agent in integration, so we can use that as assistant API and activity protocol, agent to agent, and agent protocol as well. And the same way we can also use the APIs, REST APIs as well. Okay, so and also Azure AI content safety. So why we every time like we need to go for the policies, that is content safety, content filters, content management, and governance and infrastructure. So the governance in the like it is comes from the Microsoft purview. So it is an data governance. So for example, whatever the data we are ingesting to the any agent, so we need to know, okay, whether this agent is going to keep your data private or not. So for example, let's say we be beware of that, like so whether we are ingesting our data, so whether it is going to be public data breach will be happen anyhow. Yes, definitely, like so why we are going to trust this one? So that's why this Microsoft Foundry giving the assurance, right? Azure AI content safety. So we need to have the content filters, so we won't. So for example, if you can filter that content filters, and you can choose that whatever it may be. And cost management, yes, definitely, like so why we need to spend much money for this small business requirement, right? So if you have the business requirement, for example, if you want not deliver one agent for $20,000, right? In that $20,000, so for example, if you are using for $10,000 for cost management, okay, you can also compare. There is one model benchmark available in Azure AI Foundry. This Azure AI Foundry, we do have the model benchmarks, so where we can compare the price and as well as the models. So I have this budget. In this budget, what are the models will become? In this models also, again, you can compare with the accuracy. Okay, this is the accuracy. I can choose this model. This is the best model out of it. So this is my budget. Like that, you can compare with the cost management and governance as well for the data privacy and enterprise securities. These all are those some of the Azure AI content safety features, right? And that's why this agent for framework like so open source engine for building and orchestrating intelligent AI agents, right? So open standards and interoperability and pipeline for research and community driven and extensibility design and ready for production. So these are the main key pillars for this agent framework. I would like to show you like how we are going to create one agent in Azure AI Foundry, that is Microsoft Foundry, and how we are going to train the backend logic and how we are going to do everything. Okay, then okay, now I'm going to demonstrate something on so I have the slide deck as well. Okay, and we would like to know something about single agent planning pattern. Okay, So we already discussed something about our agent framework is capable for multi-agent orchestration as well. So same way we can also learn something about single agent orchestration. Okay, that is a single agent. Like for example, single agent having the some business requirement. For example, let's say if you I want to build one agent for creating SOW, that is statement of works. That is my planning. I mean that is my business requirement. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to give prepare the agent for this business requirement. So same way like this single agent, how it really works in the real time. So we are going to give one prompt. Okay, this prompt is going to move to this agent where you know um, it is going to plan all the tasks. Like for example, let's say this is my this is my business requirement. So based on the business requirement is so how it is going to react. Like for example, let's say this is the business requirement. So if you want to so create the statement of works, it will try to plan accordingly, and the generate the task as well. So if we have the business requirement properly, if you have the plan ready, then it will generate the tasks out of it. Okay, if you have the task, for example, let's say for example one business requirement, it will try to create the different tasks, for example 4 or 5 tasks. So it will execute in the single agent. If we have the multiple tasks, so then it will go for the multi-agent orchestration as well. For example, let's say I mean I would like to show you the how the single agent is. So today we are going to demonstrate something on single agent planning only, and I would like to show you that one. And once we it will generate the task, and so this is your plan, this is your task. So the task is you are going to generate the statement of work out of it. So that is your task. So then it will try to go for single task agent. If we have the multi-task, like for example, let's say if you're an agent, if you're going to create the statement of work, and if you're going to create the file in the SharePoint, if you're going to create that SharePoint folder or sharing link via Teams or via Outlook, that is I mean like multitask, right? So one agent is going to do one task, and the second and my child agents are going to do the I mean remaining tasks. So this is the like multi-agent is going to do. The single agent is going to, for example, if you have the single task, it will go to the single agent. Okay, and then it will try to execute the result out of it. So once they get the output, it will try to go for the reply, and it will try to give you the response back to the user as well. So this is how this single agent and planning pattern. Okay, same way, and I would like to explain something about multi-agent pattern as well. So here, this is the diagram. Like here, it will demonstrate something about uh, multi-agent pattern. Okay, so we are going to know something about what is multi-agent orchestration. Okay, I'm 1 minute. Okay, so in this multi-agent pattern, for example, the agent one, so is like for example here it is mentioned as inventory tracking. Agent two is an it will agent with the MCP connector, and agent three is a capability of agent, and agent for the search agent. So for example, I have a huge business requirement. In this huge business requirement, one business requirement, I just assign to the one agent, that is inventory tracking. The second agent is going to handle with the MCP connector and logic apps. Okay, and the third agent is going to handle the capability agent, and the fourth agent is going to be capable for search agent. And finally, once we are getting the result from all the agents, what we are going to do is we are responding back to the user. Okay, I'll simply explain how it is. So I have a business requirement, okay, of creating statement of works. This statement of work is in the Word template, so it is stored in one SharePoint folder or something. Okay, that is one default template. Okay, so this is going to use for all the purposes under. Okay, so that is one agent one. That agent one is going to extract the information, that is extracting information, and it will try to track all the information out of it, and it will try to populate all the fields. Okay, that is the agent one. So I was confused to say something about it. For example, agent one having the information, that main aim is to be capture the information. So whether it will be so we can have the multiple triggers. Okay, so once you get the information, what we need to do is we need to populate in the one word file or PDF file or anything. Okay, that is the capability of the second agent. So once we are getting information, we are populating the information as some other content. So what we are going to do, whatever the information we are populated, then we are going to pass that information to this another agent, like you are so the information is ready, the template is ready. Now what you are going to do, you have to create the sharing link. So this sharing link you can pass it via Teams or pass it via Outlook or whatever it means. So these are the multi orchestration. So like you can try this multi agent, like for example this main agent, like parent agent having the some capability, and you can assign the task for the child agents for small tasks. So you are collecting this information, you are populating this information, you are sharing this information, like that you can assign the task for the multi child things. And so whether you can maybe like in the same way, like how Power Automate is working the same way, you can also do the manual triggers and this kind of things in the multi-agent patterns as well. Okay. mm, Multi-agent orchestration as well. So this is how this multi-agent really works. Okay. So I would like to explain I would like to explain something a little bit easier again. The single agent having the business requirement is very simple. It's easy to manage everything. One single agent. Okay. If we have the multi-agent, we need the multi-agent for performing one single task. So that is the difference. Okay. But rest, like so we can use for every agent, we are using the different tools and different knowledges, and that is some part. And when we go in deep into this multi-agent pattern as well. Okay. Now, yeah, so here we do have multi-agent orchestration, how it is really works. So for example, if we have the sequential orchestration and concurrent and handoff and group chat and magnetic and workflow process. Yeah, so most of the time, like what we are going to do in the enterprise level, so most of the people are using the workflow process. Why it is the workflow process is like so we have the information, so we have the particular business requirements. In the for particular business requirement, we need to use this multi-agent orchestration. Yes, definitely. So that's why we have to go for the orchestration for uh, this particular business requirement. Same way, if you have business requirement is the simple, then you can go for sequential or concurrent or handoff or group chat or magnetic. Okay. Now, trust, safety, and compliance. Okay, that is some different part, but the simple way, before we are going to demo, I would like to say something about modern apps versus intelligent apps. So earlier we are using modern apps, so that is very deterministic. Okay. And now what are the apps we are using, that is probabilistic. And the modern apps are writing code, like you have to do the write the code manually. And the intelligent apps are writing prompts, so you can give the prompts, it will try to generate the code out of it. And modern apps are building features. So what are the apps we had created, so that is for building features. Okay. So here we are using for creating agents. If we have create the agent, it will create out of it, create the solution out of it. And modern apps we can use it for testing, and here the modern apps use it for evaluation. So that's why we are using content ASFT as well. Okay. Yeah. So the way we create the agent is changing, like so boundaries matter. In the agents we have the scopes matter, communication expensive, and here coordination is expensive, so monitoring is non-negotiable, transparency is non-negotiable. So this is the like a dev experience and agent dev experience, so from compared to the earlier and now. Okay. So I would like to go for the demonstration now. um Now I'm going to, yeah, let me share my screen once again. Yeah, so I would like to tell something about okay, before I would like to duplicate this one minute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, this is the portal.azure.com. Okay, so and I'm going for the Microsoft Foundry. Here I would like to show you how we are going to create the Foundry service and all. So here you can tap on the create option. You can choose the subscription, which subscription you are choose subscription, Visual Studio, whatever it may be, and you can go for the resource group as well. So and you can select the resource group and name. You can give it your name according to your business requirement and all, and select the region. So these are all the region support for creating the Microsoft Foundry. And yeah, so these are the some of the things, and storage, network, identity, encryption, tag, and so everything just keep it as default. So once you tap on create, definitely it will try to create the one Microsoft Foundry resource. Okay, so I had created one uh, already. I trained one agent. I would like to show you that one. Okay, here. So before that one, so my business requirement will be there is a one word template. Okay, so this is my okay. Before that, I would like to share here. Uh, yeah, I would like to share the Word file. Here I'm sharing the Word file. Yeah, so this is the Word file. Okay, so if you can come this, like if you can enable the developer mode, we are going to like what my aim is to be. So for example, let's say there are some people attended my um, session very long back. So I would like to generate the certificates for them, and I'm going to share the certificates via individual person and all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to develop the okay. Here you can able to see. So once you tap on the design mode, so this developer mode you have to enable from the admin center. So once you enable that one, so I would like to add the like a template ID. So for this template ID, you need to add from the properties in the design mode. Okay, so that is like uh, you have to create the title, and you have to add the title and the tag. So once you add the title and tag, once you tap on this, okay, so it is going to create that one. So here I mean I would like to explain. So once you tag come here developer mode, so there are two things. So one is uh, so there are two things. That is, one is rich text context control, and another one is plain text context control. So once you add this one, like if you are, for example, let's say if you wanna fill the username, if you wanna fill the signature, if you wanna fill the date and all, you can just come here. You can add. It will create it one, and then once you tap on the design mode, here you can go here and add like date, and here you can also add date. Okay, so and you can also choose the color, what type of font you are looking for. So once you tap on, just tap on remove. Okay, it will create the one property. So now what you are going to do is just remove this one. Okay, this is fine. Okay, once your template is ready, what we are going to do is we are going to use this template for the logics app. Okay, now what I'm going to do is now I would like to show you the how logic apps is going to work for us. Okay, so this is the logic apps I have created. Here just tap on here, edit, and so here I added the different things. Okay, so the first thing is, so when we are calling the OpenAI schema, so we need definitely one HTTP request. So we are getting this information from the Azure Microsoft Foundry. So on that case, definitely we need one HTTP request is received, right? So on that perspective, so what we need is HTTP URL. So this HTTP URL, once you add the body of the schema, and I mean whether it is in JSON schema initially, so once you add the schema, so once you tap on the save, so this URL is generated. This URL you are going to use it in the OpenAI schema. right? I would like to show you how it is going to um, use in the OpenAI schema and how we are going to add this tool in the for Microsoft Foundry and all. So once you add the schema, so here I'm adding template ID, recipient name, course name, and issuer and issue date. So you are already see that in the certificate tablet we are using these names. So because we are mapping these values from the when HTTP request is received action to, there is one populate a Microsoft Word template, because whatever the template we are using, that is coming, and that is an one of the Word template. Okay, so it is stored in one of the location, so where it is stored. After that, so we do have some advanced parameters: issuer date, course name, template ID, recipient name. So these all are the information we are mapping. So this information we are getting it from the when HTTP request is received. Okay, so this is a few information. Then convert Word document to PDF. Okay, so this Word document location is like we are getting it from the group is called Pratap Reddy, and we are storing is this file. You are getting this file with the dynamic information. So this is the Microsoft Word template, and also this is how we are going to select that one. So once you select, and you can remove that one. Okay, and so after it is populating, I'm going to create one shape bundling. Okay, this is how like we are giving the file name. So I'm giving one of the file name format as well, and folder path where I'm going to show it, and file content I'm giving this one from the Word format. Okay, then creating the file sharing link, and how last and the finally we are giving the response to the agent, so that is sharing link. Okay, this is how we are generating the information. Okay, I'm going to delete this one because it's not required. And here in the create file content I'm adding as, okay, 1 minute. Create file content should be Microsoft Word format. uh yeah, so once you're done, tap on save. Okay, workflow is saved successfully. Then i'm going to uh, I'm going to share this one. So this is the one of the agent we are using. Okay, and here we are going to add some tools. Okay, I think I added already. Okay, let me share this tab. Yeah, hope you're able to see this tab. Okay, here I selected the you know mm, model, like I'm selected the model as GPT-4 mini, and I added some instructions, and I added the tools as well. Okay, okay, here the tools, like this is the like open API schema. So I would like to edit this one. I would like to show you. So here you need to add all the information, like name I added as certificate generator, and description. So I just added randomly. So we are going to create the certificate with the input information, and also authentication method. Okay, in this authentication method, I'm adding as an anonymous authentication. Okay, after that you have to define your OpenAPI schema. So here I added the OpenAPI schema, like title, version, description, and URL. So this URL, okay, whatever the URL we are passing, this is the HTTP request URL. So once you save the flow from the logic apps, you are going to get this URL. So after that you are going to pass all the values from the here. Okay, so once you tap on the update tool, and this is how the instructions and this agent really works. So once you say hi, so it will ask you for some information: template ID, and recipient name, and course name, and issuer as Microsoft, and I given one random date as well. So once you given this one, just tap on OK. So after this one, it will try to generate the uh, what we can say, generate the you know certificate out of it. Okay, let me check and I'll show you 1 minute. Let me check in the SharePoint. So once it is generated, so it is coming here in the certificate demo, and so it will generate the one separate link here. Okay, so this is how this open schema does. So I would like to show you one live one. So give me 1 minute. I'll change the tenant. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I would like to show you this one. LinkedIn. Sorry. Portal.azure.com. I just stopped sharing. I would like to share you 1 minute. Uh, so I'm using. I would like to show you this enterprise one. Yeah. Now I'm going to share. Okay. Hope you're able to see. There's a one more agent. Here I have already developed a one agent, so it is going to show you. Okay. Here. Yeah, I'm using this one. I already defined one scheme as well, so I'll ask to create SOW. I would like to say use dummy details. So it will return with the SharePoint link with the dummy details. Think 1 minute. Create an SOW method data. So we need to whenever we are creating any agent, so we need to remind the start, like we know. Oh, yeah. So before that, I would like to. I think maybe it is not responding. So um, yeah, here. So for example, let's say how this open schema is really works, because it is not responding. So sometimes agent is going to hallucinate So, okay, here whenever and you are using an HTTP request, like so the backend is like you have to structure the backend is perfectly. After that, so you have to use this HTTP request. So whatever the HTTP request URL you're using, just copy this one, and you have to paste this exact URL in the your OpenAI schema. So then only that OpenAI schema, Open API is trigger your backend logic. Then it will run the entire flow. So once it will run the entire flow, you will get the response as a sharing link. Okay, so this is how it really works. Okay, for example, if I ask for the, I mean, replace the values in the vote template and all, so it will replace the vote template. For example, whether test certificate like name, recipient name, ID, and course, and issue date, and issuer, and everything it is going to replace. And that's why in the vote template I added as issuer, issue date, course name, template ID, recipient name. Okay, so these all are the information we are going to replace. This is how it is really works. Okay, this is the basic information like I'm going to share like it. I think maybe the agent is not responding right now, so we don't have time. Yeah, so maybe in the next session I'm going to explain the all the details clearly. Okay, if you wanna you so if you need this resource and all, definitely I'm going to uh, share this deck um, in my drive, and I would like to give you the post the drive link in the, under this event in the LinkedIn and as well as YouTube as well. Thank you so much, and wishing you a very happy Shivaratri. Thank you. Yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Divya is going to demonstrate something on autonomous agents and all. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Yeah.